So if you wanted to go to Fright Fest this weekend,
it's going to be a little toasty. You definitely want to hydrate properly.
Okay.
That means water, in addition to, 86 degrees right now at DFW, but it feels like 89 when you factor in the humidity, and we are seeing a lot of sunshine today. Okay, so our wind still out of the southwest, anywhere between 5 to 10, 15 miles per hour at times. That's what's going to help the temperature climb. Our humidity is also elevated in comparison to earlier this week. That's why it feels a little bit more muggy. We've just got a lot more moisture to work with, and that's what's going to really minimize how much we cool down in the overnight hours. Today plays out like this, though. We make it to 95 degrees around 4. The heat index will be about 98, so it's not a drastic heat index, but it's there. Winds will be out of the south and light. Temperatures this evening will drop into the mid-80s by around 10, 80 degrees by midnight. And today, most locations in the Metroplex make it to the mid-90s, about 95 degrees. That's 5 degrees warmer than what's considered normal for this time of the year. And because of the heat, because of the high pollution, we unfortunately do have an air quality alert for high levels of ozone. That does mean that it lowers air quality in the afternoon, so you may want to consider limiting your time outside if you do have respiratory issues. Your end of the week forecast shapes up like this. Mid-70s tomorrow morning and Sunday morning, 94 degrees on Saturday, 93 on Sunday. The mid-70s, that's a couple degrees warmer than what's normal. It's going to be noticeably more humid and warm in the mornings in comparison to earlier in the week. So just a heads up there. If you're traveling anywhere across the state, no issues right now, but we are going to be tracking a front moving in. Look at all that activity in New Mexico. This is Saturday morning. We could see a little more cloud cover in the Panhandle. By the afternoon, evening, we're going to see some thunderstorms fire up between Amarillo and Lubbock. This is around 7 p.m. on Saturday. 7 p.m. into 7 a.m. we're going to see those storms kind of move across the Panhandle. You might see a little more activity across the Permian Basin, maybe areas of the Big Country as that front approaches. That front does not make it into North Texas, but if you are maybe heading out west, you're going to be running into some thunderstorms throughout the day on Sunday, so just be aware. The reason we don't see the front is because of this high pressure. That's what's going to control our weather through early next week. That means warmer weather. That means rain-free conditions, and it keeps that cold front kind of pushed off towards the west. What is going to happen, though, late next week into next weekend, we're going to see that ridge of high pressure kind of push off and weaken as it moves off towards the west. It allows us to be in a northwest flow. Generally, northwest flow means lower humidity, and it also means that we could see some added storms rolling through. I don't have a big chance of that right now, and it's not going to be a drastic change, but it's going to be a little better than this weekend. High temperatures will be in the mid-90s on Saturday and Sunday through early next week, and then late next week. I'm thinking Thursday, Friday, highs in the low 90s, and then next weekend, we could see highs in the upper 80s, morning lows in the upper 60s. That takes us right into the first day of fall on September 22nd with a high near 89 degrees. As of now, we could see some other changes, so be sure to keep checking back in. But right now, I am optimistic.
I like that, optimistic.